have you ever encountered any type of like drastic or memorable experience in the world of being a stripper that you wish you could take back or you wish didn't happen?
I wouldn't say it was traumatic, but like definitely something that I wouldn't do again. Yeah,
what was that?
I think I've experienced things like that maybe like twice.
What are you referring to?
Just referring to being involved with guys that I thought I could trust, but they hold up their end of the deal. So it's like, okay,
what did
like I just felt stupid. Like I felt played.
You wanna give me an idea of what you're referring to?
More so like in the dance world or in the strip world, like me being totally transparent. A lot of times, like there's guys that like have like these big connections or that are promoters or that'll say like they'll help you or you know show you who has the money, who don't have the money, but it's like it's all game. So that's why I said I feel like, and then they'll try this like basically they'll try to make you feel special, like you're their girl.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, just deal with me, like, oh, just talk to me, just date me and stuff, chill with me outside of here. You know, as long as you dating me or messing around with me, I got you. I'm gonna put you on. You gonna know these people and that people. You gonna make plenty money, but it's all game.
So why were you? If you knew it was all game, or at some point you realized it was all game, like what was really?
Oh no, it only took one time for me.
I got you, but what was in it for you? Did you actually want to spend time with these guys, or was it all about the money for you?
All about the money.
So,
well, no. One guy, he was attractive, and I did kind of like him, and I used to see him at work all the time.
Okay, all right, so that was a
because
crush.
He was like one of the. I don't think he wanted to tell me that he was one of the owners of the club, but I kind of caught on. There was one guy that I actually was interested in, and he came all the way from St. Pete to Lakeland to pick me up. I told him, I said, look, we can date, but you have to respect the fact that I have to be back in Lakeland on these 2 days of the week for school. We did that 1 week, child.
And what
he couldn't deal with driving back and forth to St. Pete. And I'm looking at him like, I mean, from St. Pete to Lakeland, I'm looking at him like, dude, I drive to St. Pete every night just to come to work. So you're not as devoted to me as you're trying to make it seem.
Yeah.
So we can just leave it right here.
I mean, that's a lot. That could get messy in a lot of ways, but no one's ever like caused you any physical harm, right?
No.
Has anyone tried?
No.
That's good.
I pretty much try to play everything safe. I do everything by myself. I never had a consistent dance partner. So with me going to all these clubs by myself, even when I would drive down to Miami by myself, I would move a certain kind of way to ensure my safety.
Is it more difficult to feel safe when you're walking around with like all kinds of cash as a stripper?
I don't know. Not really. I feel like the only time I was nervous about that was like I've never really been nervous about it. I don't know. Like I never really been scared to walk around with the money because I don't really walk around with it. I stash it in my car, deposit it as soon as I can. Like I don't try to keep the money on me. Has
anyone ever tried to take money from you?
No. I've been robbed before though.
You've been robbed before?
Yeah.
I mean, that's someone attempting to take your money.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like it wasn't. I'm just saying, it's not like they did it in broad daylight and they didn't like assault me to take my money.
So how did they take your?
Grimy.
How did they take your money? How did a stripper get robbed in a strip club where money is like everything? So how did you get robbed?
Because the incident didn't take place in the strip club.
Okay.
There was, remember, like I said, you know, I still believe in what I believe in. And like, according to my faith, like I always was still trying to be helpful to others. Mm-hmm. There was after the pandemic or during the pandemic, a lot of people from a lot of different states came down to Miami to dance.
Okay.
So a lot of us were not from Miami, including me. I'm from Lake. So me not being from Miami and meeting these different girls and stuff like that, I'm a very cordial person. I don't want no drama with no one or anything. Yeah. So it was 2 girls that I met at the club, and needless to say, long story short, they ended up getting kicked out of that club that we were in, but we had already exchanged like numbers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because I had a rental car, and I let the girl go up the road to get some dance shoes because she wasn't from there. So she thought that the house mom would be there with outfits and shoes, but it was early in the day. So the house mom wasn't there yet. That's how I got her contact information. After they got kicked out of that club, they called me the next day. And was like, "Hey girl, you should come up here to this club that we found yesterday. You know, it's a good spot and it's money in here. Like, I know you can make some money here." Like that. Okay. So I was just like, okay, I'll come. I came over there, and needless to say, it was some money in there. I made some money. Okay. But like looking back, I feel like they knew I would make money there. So they tried to make it seem like they were being helpful. And then afterwards, when I gave them a ride, because we were just, like I said, we all weren't from there. We were going to just get a hotel room together. Yeah. So I gave them a ride that night after work. Like, they rode with me. Okay. I feel like when I went into the hotel with the one girl, the one that we left in the car, I feel like she went through my trunk and found my money. Oh. Wow. You get what I'm saying? So it's how much money did she take? Put a gun to my head or anything like that. Like, they had to plot that out. How much money did she take? Let me see. Like, that night I had only made like $1,300. I mean, that's not bad for one night. Some people can't even make that in 2 weeks. Yeah. So that one night they took that from me. I didn't realize it until the next day when I went into my trunk to look for my clothes so that I could change and stuff. I noticed that my trunk was kind of trash. Like, stuff was out of order. No. And my baby toys wasn't in her box no more. I don't have a baby. I have my little niece. Like, her toys weren't. Her toys weren't in her box no more. They was thrown all over the trunk. And so I looked in the bottom of that bag, and my money was gone. Because I didn't just leave it out. I'm not stupid. Like, I ain't just leave my money obvious where they could find it. Matter of fact, I had went and hid my money before that night was even over at the club. But so they knew you had money, so they were trying to find any way to get it, and they found it. Right, yeah. Wow. I mean, I imagine you're a lot more cautious now about who you hang out with, especially in that, like, line of work. Nobody? Nobody. Like, after that, like, my cousin that I, like, stayed with here at home, if she went with me or whatever, like, we worked together, that's one thing. But, like, she's very loyal. I know she ain't gonna steal no money because we was making the money together. You and your cousin? Yeah. Your cousin was a stripper too? She just would do it occasionally when she just needs some extra money. She didn't, like, do it on a regular with me. Really? So what about friends and stuff? Like, who do you call friends? I don't really have a lot of friends. Why do you think that is? I'm too, I don't know, like, I like to move at the beat of my own drum, and I don't like to wait on nobody for nothing. So, like, okay. Like, hanging out and stuff, like, I don't know. It's just. Does that get lonely or? No, it doesn't, because it's like, a lot of them be wanting to hang out. Like, like I said, like, I do a lot. So I wouldn't really call them friends. I would call it associates. So whenever it's appropriate, if I can make time to show up or hang out or come to your event or go out to eat with you or go to the club, like, I don't have one set group of friends. Interesting. I'm like the person that, like, everybody likes. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't have, like, a set group of friends that I hang with and do stuff with. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, then by all means, and if it's not causing you any particular harm, then that's perfectly fine, right? That's perfectly fine.